Yes, guys, welcome to today's video. We're going to look at something today, a very simple concept in chess. Uh, as always, chess is a beautiful game. Chess is a brutal game, and chess is a wonderful game. So let's look at this game. There is something you learn from it. Okay, so just normal play. There is nothing out of the ordinary. Yeah, it's just simple development here and there. So here at this point, I can say the game was just equal. So nothing out of the ordinary. Yeah, just just develop playing. If you even see the analysis by saying the game is still equal at this position. So all of us are just looking for attacking opportunities, but as you can see, we're basically just equal. Yeah. So here my opponent was trying to trade. I was trying to attack, but in this position now, according to the analysis bar, I was in a very bad position. Let me tell you why. You see, in this position, if I had not moved this piece, if I didn't move this piece, if I didn't move my king, then my opponent would just check and win my rook for free. I think that's what he did actually. Yeah, I made a serious error here. That's exactly what my opponent did. I didn't see that move. Yeah, but that was a very bad move for me. I was going to attack the pawn, but this very devastating. Decide to defend, which is still useless. But because at the end of the day now I'm losing. I've lost my bishop and my rook. I'm down 5 points of material. So yes, just check after check after check. But if you look at something now, which I want you to see, you see, I have 5 minutes. My opponent has 2 minutes. Yes, he's attacking me, but my time is more superior as compared to his. So let's see how that plays out, how that becomes a factor in this game. So here I'm just trying to survive. Yeah, literally I'm surviving in this game because now I'm down. My opponent has two rooks, two pawns. I have one rook, one pawn. So my position is just bad. Yeah, because even if you look at the analysis bar, uh, white has a very high percentage of winning. This is like 98% chance of winning. But again, I'll tell you to look at the time. Um, my opponent is 1 minute 25 seconds. 4 minutes 39 seconds. So yeah, I can say I'm in a fishing expedition because now I'm down the pawn I had. I'm only having the rook and my king in the game. So I'm just fishing, like looking for checks. So at this point, you can see my opponent is at 14 seconds, and I'm at 3 minutes. So something I missed in this game is this. You see, I had not realized the time stamp on my opponent. I was very much concentrated on trying to, I don't know, survive or what. I don't know what I was trying to do exactly. Because in my head, I was like, this game I'm not going to win. So I was just trying to look for checking ideas, like just checking and checking, but not actually having a checkmate. Because even if you look at the analysis bar, it's saying there is mate in 7 moves for black. So I really didn't notice the time. But now this is what I want you to understand this particular concept. You see, in chess, uh, in this particular setup, if my opponent's time runs out and I still have time, I have won the game. Yes, that is a rule in chess. With how the setup is, with the number of pieces I have, you can actually win a game with just a king and a rook. So in this position, I can win this game. If the time runs out for my opponent, then I'm winning this game. But let's see how it went. I did check. I think that was not a good move. Probably I would have checked. I would have uh, taken this rook here or checked at this position. But let's see. My opponent pushed. I took the rook. My opponent made a queen. So I checked. He moved. I checked. He moved. I moved. He moved. I checked. So you see, at this position, my opponent has only 1 second. I still have 3 minutes. Looking at this later, when I realized, because it's at this point I realized actually the time for my opponent is up. I should not have taken the piece. Yes, well, I should not have taken the piece. You see, at this position, when I moved here and my opponent made that move, I should have gone back and checked. Because by the time he does the next move, I'm pretty sure the time for my opponent will be running out. So I took, and now I was out of material, and I didn't have sufficient materials to win the game. And when my opponent made that move, and I just moved, it was a draw because once the time goes back to my opponent, the time is up. So yeah. So basically, what I want, the lesson I'm trying to pass across here is the factor of time in rapid chess. In rapid chess, the one I usually play is 10 minutes. So in 10 minutes, you have to make sure you end the game. Either you win, okay, you might win, you might lose, it might it might be a draw also. But usually, when you see that your opponent's time is running out, and you see your opponent's time is running out, and you have, say, a pawn and your king, or your king and a rook, and your position is totally bad, you're not going to win in whatever way. Try to maintain those pieces in the game. Try as much as you can to maintain those pieces in the game, because if time runs out and you have a king and a rook or a king and a pawn, you will, and you still have time as compared to your opponent, um, the game will end in your favor. Yes. So today, this is a mistake I made by not looking at my opponent's time. So anyway, when you're in the game, your head is more, what can you do? What can you do to win? What can you do to avoid being checkmated? So you you don't concentrate on these small details, but it's very important. So yeah, in this game, we drew. Okay, for me it was good because my position in this game was terrible because I had lost most of all my materials. I had only the king, and my opponent had the king had a queen and the king. So basically, if he had more time, he was going to win. Obviously, if if you're playing chess and you can't win with your you can't win a game with your king and queen, and the opponent only having the king, then you still have a lot to learn. But if you need to learn that, then I can actually I'll do that in my next upload. I'll show you how to win a game with only the queen. Yeah. So till next time, I hope you've learned something with this game, and I'll see you in the next one. Yeah. Thank you, and I'm out.